Hey there, good evening, guys. Welcome to a Wednesday night watch chat. Again, typically doing these on Tuesday nights. Have been every once in a while. Something comes up on a Tuesday night, like I did last night, and I couldn't make it. But I'm here. I'm here on Wednesday night. Welcome to the Bobby Legs live stream channel, our third stream. It's me. It's my third stream on this new channel, and I appreciate everyone who's here this evening. I appreciate everyone who has joined, subscribed to this channel. I feel like, it's almost like starting from scratch but getting the right kind of people to come and participate, right? Like, not having to go through the growing pains of a channel and then having this great community that we have. The community is already built in. Like, we got some great people here, right off the bat. And hopefully, we grow the live stream channel, you know, um, through time. But nice slowly and organically and have great friends here, right? Hey, so I have been wearing my Zin 903, the vintage Zin 903 with a 24-hour dial. Love this watch. So much fun to wear. Hey, Amin. All right, man. Nice surprise.
Good to be
Glad to
here. I had
glad to join.
had to get the dog off my chest. Take a little nap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you guys don't know, Amin's got this adorable dog, and Marshmallow, right? And every once in a while he takes a nap, and the dog takes a nap. It's
she was
it's
she was
awesome.
out cold on me like 5 minutes ago, but
No,
I
no,
got
she doesn't
I
do
got her
that
off.
with anybody else in your family, right? Or
She
does she?
she does she does, and especially when it's colder, like
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
in the winter months, she gets a lot more. She tries to get a lot more cuddles in.
Yeah, yeah. Wayne, we have two cats, and Wayne, he's like the one that's bonded to me, and
Mm,
he'll like, like at night, like around 10 o'clock at night, will just come over and just like lay on me for a little
yeah,
while.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
his thing. That's his thing.
yeah.
So that.
That's
Hey,
cool.
what do you have on wrist this evening?
I had the Hoyer today.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah. Oh, getting bad at this.
That's such a great. Now, is that a birthday watch for you?
Yep, 1974.
Awesome, awesome. And that's the Montreal or no?
Hoyer, Montreal, yep.
Mm. Such a great, awesome watch. I love those um, case shapes from the 70s, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
very futuristic for the time, kind of looking. You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
And still to this day.
And when you
Uh,
look at them, it's like they just scream '70s, you know?
oh
There's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And there's something I find culturally nostalgic to. I feel nostalgia for the 80s,
Mm,
but because I pretty much grew up in the 80s. I
yeah,
was born in the 70s, but I don't remember from the 70s. But I really like the watches from the 1970s, the sports watches, right?
mm,
They have, a lot of them integrated brace. I like that look. But these kind of like roundish shape, somewhere between a tonneau and a round shaped case like you have there.
yeah.
Those really speak to me. I really like the way that looks. I mean, Omega has done it,
Mhm.
and Hoyer and a bunch of other brands. It's just a great look, and I would love to, you know, I'm not every once in a while I toy with the idea of getting a birthday watch. I'm just so
Mm,
nervous about
yeah.
getting watches that old. But man, that was a great find by you, man.
I
And
think that the Montreals are out there, you know?
yeah,
Their
yeah, yeah.
their pricing's pretty good on them, and for some reason, there seem to be more of them in good condition. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder because of that anniversary piece that came out this year. Was it this year that Hoyer did a Montreal
Mhm,
anniversary
mhm,
piece?
mhm.
Like, I wonder, like, now, or were they always there for sale and we just didn't notice? I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
not
I've
sure.
never.
I think they were a little less popular than some of the
Mm,
other like, the, other
mhm.
Hoyers from
Yeah,
that maybe had less
yeah,
70s looking cases, like
yeah,
the first one, so
yeah. Hey, I'm gonna say hello to chat,
yeah.
and then we'll get into a discussion today. And I'm glad you jumped in because I need you to almost not necessarily play devil's advocate here, but kind of
Mm.
like get your input on the topic, on a thought
Sure.
exercise. Hey, Marceau is here wearing the Laureato this evening. Great watch. Steve is here. How you doing, Steve? Chaz is here. I just want someone to look at me the way Bobby Legs looks at your watches. Hey, Joey. Hope you're doing well. Thomas Burnett is here. Good to see you, Thomas. Underachieving watch collector is also here. Ken Spear checking in from Pittsburgh. James Duffy. Happy second Tuesday. uh, Young Excellency. All right. All the way from Atlantic Canada. Mezzine is here. Made the move. Cheers, all. Um, hey, Wayman. Good to see you, Wayman. Doug the Christopher Ward C60 Sapphire dug it out of the watch box. Yeah, I saw Wayman's wrist shot on the Bobby Legs Discord um, group, and he showed that today. Very good looking watch. Hope you do get to wear it more often. Um, let's see here. FP Wilson, good to see you. Hope you got home safe. Scott is here wearing his Calatrava. Very nice. Scott with quite the collection. Okay. Um, so I was thinking, you always see like this topic that comes up. If you had to wear one watch, right? What would it be? And I feel like we may have discussed, or I've certainly felt like I've discussed that um, to no end, right? I mean, many times on the stream. I think we talked about that. So I just wanted to give it a little bit more, maybe jump a little more hoops for myself, right?
Mm.
So I figure, why not talk about the one watch that I would wear in my collection?
Mm.
Um, Pick one, but just for the next 6 months, because let's be honest, I'm not going to just wear one watch and just that's it and call it quits. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be a little bit more realistic there. So I'm going to try to figure out, and maybe with the help of you and the chat, what watch uh, from my collection that I could comfortably wear for 6 months
Mm.
and kind of have it be that be all kind of watch. Not to say that I'm going to do that for the next 6 months, but
Mm.
just a thought exercise. And maybe while we're doing it here, chat, if you can think of one watch in your collection that you would just be okay with wearing for the next 6 months, and even you, I mean, I know you have some thoughts on that
Yeah,
probably.
for
Um,
sure.
so let me put up. Um,
You gonna put up your collection?
I'm gonna put it up
Oh,
right.
I was hoping so. Yep.
Yeah. Um, just on a I just opened up a Photoshop screen,
Yeah.
and so there's no whiteboard here on StreamYard yet. I'm sure there's probably apps that I could integrate to it. But anyway, this is the easiest way I figured I could do it. Now, so just to go through everyone my current collection, if you
Yeah.
haven't seen it before, I'll start from left to right on the top, and that is the Zin 356, the limited edition piece that came out this year, one of 500.
Can you
Right
zoom
next,
in while you're
yeah,
talking about these?
oh, for sure, yeah, that would probably help,
Then
right?
you can, like, pan, right? You
Yep,
can
yep,
zoom in and pan?
yeah.
Okay.
So,
There you go.
cancel.
Yep.
Can I just grab? I thought I can grab it.
I think you just that bar at the very bottom will let you,
Just
move
go like, yeah, oh,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
Okay, okay, that's what I'll do. Okay. Uh, so right here we got the Zen 356, right? Um, great piece. 38 and a half millimeter. I think it's got a 100-meter water resistant. I think it's a screw down crown. Um, just a fun little piece. It wears smaller than the thickness. The thickness is like 13
Mm.
millimeters, but it's a lot of it is the crystal,
Mm.
and it's just a really nice, comfortable wear. Very very light. The second candidate here, right next to it, is the Zin 144, another chronograph watch. 100-meter water resistance on that one too. A little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. I think it's somewhere. I think it's 40. It might be 42. I'm not really sure. I probably should know, but I don't know off the top of my head. Next to it, the watch that I'm wearing this evening, and that is the Zen 356. Really just a fun little vintage watch. to wear, kind of quirky with a 24-hour dial, right? No screw down crown. So the water resistance, and watch this age, I wouldn't, I wouldn't go in the shower or wash dishes with it, right? I
Mhm,
mean,
mhm,
now next to it, that is the Damasco DK36,
mhm,
ice hardened case, right? New Damasco or in quote unquote in-house movement, date complication, 100-meter water resistance on that one. Right next to that is the DC56, which is the Chrono version of Chrono. Very similar to the from before, the one on the left, but a nice easy wear as well. 100-meter water resistance. Um, Getting down here, more of a traditional diver section of the collection. I have that Heinrich, which is 200-meter diver, stainless steel case and bracelet. Loom is decent. Nice little green dial there. Right next to them, the classic, my first luxury purchase, the Gerard Perregaux Seahawk, 1,000 foot water resistance. Great piece. Have had it for almost, see here, 18 years almost. No, almost 19 years. Sorry, and just a great watch. Really, really, and it's in spectacular condition. And I wore it a lot. And then next to that is the PAM 176 Luminor titanium case. Um, Probably hasn't never been serviced, so don't know what the real water resistance on this one is. But a great daily wear two-hander uh, piece. So let me zoom out of this and talk it through. Um, if I had to wear a watch for the next 6 months, like what,
mm.
or you had to wear a watch for the next 6 months, like are there some basic requirements you
Well,
feel?
I think can I try to take a stab at what you would wear for the next 6 months?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
Okay.
to be honest, I haven't even formulated in my
I
mind yet
think
what it's going
we
to be.
can take the GP and PAM off because you've had them so long that you just would wanna wear something that you haven't been wearing as long. That if you had to wear something for the next 6 months, you'd probably choose something that was a more recent acquisition. Is that
Right. So that's
that's my
fair.
that's my
That's fair.
guess. Okay.
Yep.
Um, you mentioned water resistance kind of with a very, you really kinda mentioned it, pointedly on every single one of these watches, so I feel like that takes the vintage, chrono off.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think if I were really gonna wear something every day for the next 6 months, I think water resistance would matter to me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and then I've heard you talk about the Damasco DA36 being like a very versatile daily, um, very, w hardy, you
Hmm.
know, watch. So I feel
Yeah.
like that's up there as
Okay.
a candidate.
Possibility. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I know you love both of the remaining Zyn Chronos. I love them a lot too. Um, I feel like they would be, um, both of those would be high up.
Yeah.
Am I on the right track here?
I think you are on the right track for sure. I'm just circling the ones that are in play still here.
Mm.
Um, okay. So any thoughts on the Damasco Chrono?
I mean, I haven't heard you, I guess,
Hmm.
as talk about it as much, which is why I went to the Zins.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I wouldn't be so fast to take it off. I mean, you tell me, like,
Mhm.
do you get the feels with it as much as you do with the Zyn Chronos?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I absolutely do. I mean, I was wearing
Yeah,
it last night when I
yeah,
went to an event last night, and I had it on, and I just like the, to me the Damascos are
mm,
just so they're so toolish, right?
mm,
And I mean that in a good way, right?
yeah,
They have such a tool aesthetic to it that it really, as plain as it is, it's so
yeah.
pleasing to me.
I would keep that one in play.
Mhm.
I don't think you'd wear the other one for the next 6 months, the
The Heinrich,
Wolfgang, the
the
Heinrich.
Wolfgang? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So interesting. All the divers you think taking them right off
that's what I
the
think.
equation.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Um, before we before you narrow it down,
Mm,
because I
yeah,
want you to see if um if you pick one. Let's see what the chat thinks.
mm,
Let me see, or if even if the chat has no opinion or an opinion.
mm.
Um, so let me go back here. I think I can go back to here. Scott saying out of Bobby's collection, the choice is pretty easy. Okay. Well, let us know. Oh, it's the Panera bread. Okay. All right. Scott going with the Panera. James is saying wouldn't pick a chrono. A diver is more likely for him.
Which one
Um,
is the Panera?
I think he's talking about the Panerai.
Oh, 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 oh,
I think that's what it means.
I see.
It's already my most worn watch. I've thought that it should be okay. Um, Bruno for him, it's his 1861 Speedy.
Mm,
Um, Mez9 saying, strap that Damasco on and be done. See you in 6 months. Okay, well, which Damasco, Mez9?
mm.
Um, Joey going with the flyback Zen. I None of these are flybacks, Joey. But I would love to have a flyback in the collection. Either the first Zen or the Seahawk, says Steve. Yeah, I mean, were you gonna?
I will go the first in myself. I really
Okay,
love that watch.
okay. Um,
Especially you said it's decent water resistance, and
yeah, yeah.
that kinda
Okay,
seals it
okay.
for me.
All right. Easy choice for me. I'd wear the Railmaster 2503. Very nice. James is saying, I want to say my midsize Omega Seamaster, a ceramic, but my Seiko Monster has more sentimental value. Fair enough. Um, I think he would pick the Panerai. Lots of strap options. Good water
Mm,
resistance with Colin. Okay. Um, Scott saying maybe if you could only wear one watch for 6 months, you don't wear a watch all the time.
mm.
Sorry, the first gen I thought it was a flyback for some reason. Okay, okay. So um, you're going with this guy.
I
The
think
first
so.
gen.
I
Okay.
believe so. Maybe
Okay.
one of the first 2 maybe, but probably the first one.
Okay. Cool. Well, yeah. I mean that's really interesting. Let me try to figure out another color. Let's do white for me.
Mm,
Just because I don't know any other color codes. Oh wait, I'll just do green. Here we go. So Amin, I think you're right on the mark when you said that the GP and the Panerai probably wouldn't be in the picks because I've had them for such a long time.
mm,
And it's true. Like I don't even like, I wear the Panerai once in a while, and yes, it's a strap monster, right?
mm,
But I go through my phases with the Panerai where I feel like for me it's more like a summer watch. That's where I seem to wear it mostly, and the GPY, I love it a lot. I don't find myself ever wearing it, but now it's been in the collection for so long, like there's no chance of me, getting rid of it anyway. But it's there, and I do love looking at it, but I just don't wear it as
mm,
often. Let's go on this final row here, and you're right. Look, I mean the Heinrich, for me, um, I really like the watch.
mm.
For me, it's going to stay in the collection for a while, but I'm not. I'm for the next 6 months. The green dial is kind of something like a novelty for me, right?
Yeah,
For
that's what I
me,
was thinking actually when I said to take that one off.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, like for me, wearing it every day would
yeah.
probably get old. Totally
It's not
agree with
just
you.
green, it's like green and orange, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's a lot of color.
Yeah, it's a very specific look, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
um, right again on the vintage Zen. I don't think I could wear this watch. Um, every day for 3 months only because like I just worry about it. You know what I mean
Mm,
in general. Because it is an older watch, vintage watch. Now here's where it gets like really really interesting, right? I got two Damascos left, and I got two Zens. 3 out of 4 chronos, right? And although I really appreciate the toughness of the Damascos, I think compared to some of the other options I have,
Mm,
um, I wouldn't be wearing these for the next 6 months, even though these have date dates on it
mm, mm,
and ice hardened, case and durable, and I really don't have to worry about nicking any of the case and worrying about that kind of stuff. So they're actually great daily wears. But for the next 6 months,
mm.
it's going to be between one of these two Zins. And I have to say, man, I think you're absolutely right.
I nailed it.
I think you nailed it.
I nailed it.
Yeah, for sure. I really enjoy wearing this watch so much. I could see
Mm,
myself, if I had to wear only one watch, as Mrs. Legg said, I'm taking away all these watches. You can only wear one of these for the next 6 months, and it will be that Zen. It wears so great on wrist. It's so I almost forget that it's there because it's so light.
mm,
Uh, the applied Zen logo looks beautiful. The anthracite dial and then the two sub registers with that silver. It just looks so pleasing to me. The 13 millimeter thickness again, it doesn't feel like it's. I mean, 15 millimeter thickness. It doesn't feel that thick. You know what I mean
mm,
when it comes to um, because of the crystal and because of the shorter lug to lug. Like I really, I'm clumsy, right? And I bang into things a lot. Like this doesn't, I don't bang into this watch when I'm, walking around the house as much as I do with something that's a little bit bigger.
mm.
So yep, I think you got it. You nailed it. And I love all these watches, but if I had to wear one for the next 6 months, that's the one. That's the one. Joy B, he got it right as well as Amin. Uh,
Mm.
great diagnosis. So, yeah.
Ugh.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks for yeah, and Colin, thank you again. Um, so not, I mean, not to put you on the spot, but
Yeah,
what
I
what
was
do you
kind of
think?
like as you were going through that, I was listening to what you're saying and thinking about it, but I was also racking my brains a little bit about what I would do.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm really asking, because I like water resistance too at work. I wash my hands like
Hmm. Hmm.
very aggressively, you could
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Although I wear all my watches to work, I just don't wash as aggressively, like past the wrist with the ones that aren't, water resistant.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how much that would matter to me. Lately, I've been timing some stuff at work using a timing bezel.
Ah.
So
Okay.
like that's handy, but I can't see myself limiting, like, let's say, aside from this exercise, I wouldn't limit myself to the watches with a timing bezel because I just like to rotate through everything too
Hmm.
much.
Hmm.
So, like, in the moment, I feel like I'd want something with a timing bezel, but then I think in the long run, I wouldn't really care. Um,
So okay. All right.
yeah.
So
So when I
would
think
that
about
be
water resistance and timing
Seamaster?
bezel, it's a Seamaster and
Yeah.
sub, those 2 kinda. But
Yeah.
when I think about something that I wouldn't be bored with, 'cause I change my watch basically every day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Um, and if I wasn't gonna be bored with something, it would probably be um, the Breguet Tradition.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
That's
yeah.
a beautiful watch.
But I guess it makes me think, if only there was something that were water resistant with a timing bezel and then had a lot of
Things
things going on,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Something spinning and moving and, this kinda stuff.
Well, I mean, like, what about a watch that you used to have, that Breguet
Mm.
Marine?
Yeah, I mean, no timing bezel, good water resistance. Yeah. No real motion stuff on, you know what I mean? It's a
Yeah,
beautiful
but
watch.
when you turned it around, right?
Yeah,
You had the rotor, nice
yeah,
looking rotor, right?
yeah. Good looking movement.
Hmm.
Trying to think what would match that description. Uh, is there anything with a timing bezel that's sort of open worked and has movement on the front? Maybe a chat can help me out here.
Um, hmm.
Those,
Were there
those
some
old
tags maybe?
Roger Dubuis, tourbillons, Easy
Yeah.
Diver tourbillons. They're kinda ugly.
Yeah, they got kinda ugly.
Um,
Uh,
is there Colin saying I should have bought the UN tourbillon. I was thinking about UN. I don't think any of their, um
they
oh,
don't have timing bezels on their
Joe's watch. Oh, but
Jo
it's not.
his yes.
It's perpetual calendar. It doesn't have a tourbillon or a um, dial side balance spring. Let me look. Let me think about this.
Okay, I'm gonna go into
Yeah,
the chat.
yeah. Go to the
Hey,
chat.
hey, well, Chaz was saying he'd go with an Omega Seamaster No Time to Die for him.
Mm.
Great watch. Nilo jumping in late. Hey, Nilo, good to see you. Um,
The Seamaster Professional would be really up there for me.
yeah, Joey's saying on his collection, I'm wearing the Seamaster 300.
Mm.
Um, Deech can loan you a clicker at
I
Amin.
also thought about the Urwerk. That's you know probably my favorite watch. It will be up there. Not practical, but
Colin saying not a time vessel, but Zenith must have cool chronographs.
mm,
Open
mm.
work. Um, I feel like there might be Hobby Bobby Angelus U50 diver Amin.
Angelus U50. Hey, Hobby Bobby. Oh yeah.
Let me pop that up and see what I can.
That looks like it's one of these internal bezels, right? Or can you turn it with your hand or do you turn it with the crown? Because
Let
I
me
like to turn it with my hand.
pop that up here. Is this one that you're popping up coming up here, Amin, or
Yep,
is that
yep.
like a
That's the one.
hmm, let's see some of the images here. Internal bezel.
Internal, okay.
It looks like an internal. To me, it looks like it's an
Yeah,
internal.
looks like it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
That's super interesting watch. I mean,
Yep.
I've known you personally, been teasing about an Angelus before.
Yeah.
Thomas, titanium panerite 352 for me, bomb-proof, water-resistant, can wear it on a bracelet or mix up straps. Wouldn't wear a chronograph for 6 months. No water resistance, not resistant enough. Uh, no surprise here. Marcel likes the Angelus.
It's a cool watch.
And Colin actually likes it too. Um,
Pretty cool for an Angelus. That's a faint
you
praise.
know, here's the thing. I think I'm not a huge fan of internal bezel
Mm,
watches, and I feel like that crown um, is kind of disrupting the overall layout for me of the watch.
yep.
That's my only thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I don't have like a nice 3 o'clock crown here. I have something sort of like a 230 and a 330. I just for me, it's just not for me.
Yep.
Um,
UN, they have a diver skeleton. I guess I forgot about this. This is can I
Absolutely, yeah.
okay. Percent. This one.
Mm.
They have a couple different colors. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. I think I like it more than the Angels, I have to
Yeah,
say.
I think I do too. It's not a tourbillon, and I would never pay this kind of money
Right.
for it. But
Nor I think anybody would think you would, right? I mean, like,
yeah,
right? I mean, like that. I'm sure you can get that heavily discounted.
yeah, I would hope.
Nilo saying a Breitling Avenger GMT for him. An achieving watch collector saying I'd wear my 39 millimeter Explorer. That's great pick for a month watch for sure. No doubt. Doesn't Rolex make a Submariner with a skeleton dial? I could have sworn. uh,
It's not that I wanna wear skeleton every day, but if I'm wearing one watch for 6 months, I think I would want it to entertain me.
Yeah,
So
I totally get that. That cider may have turned you on you, Bobby likes. It's going to no, no. This is actually, it's it's ginger turmeric. It just went down the wrong way. Sorry, Chaz. Um, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, so interesting choices out there, right? I mean, like,
mm,
I think like if we actually sat down with like your collection for a while, we could probably narrow down something.
mm.
But just because I'm trying to think off the top of my head of what you have, and I'm just following your lead here with some of the picks that you've made. But take a look at the Islander baiting hollow. Okay, little Islander jokes there. Um, not a ginger tonic, just it's ginger tea, ginger turmeric tea. Well, anyway, look, I mean, like, hopefully this never comes to a situation where I have to wear one watch for the next 6 months. But I just thought that might be a little bit fun with certain parameters.
How
With
many
it.
days do you wear a watch in a row before you swap?
Ooh, I mean, like I'm swapping a couple times a day.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. So you're not wearing any watch for 6 months?
no, no, I'm not wearing any watch. But I'll tell you what, like, there's like that Zin 356. I'll wear it at least for some part of the day,
Yeah.
right? And that the Heinrich. I mean, I'll when I give the kids a bath, I'll put that in there. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Um, Nilo saying, as in 856. Mrs. Legs has the UTC, the 856 UTC. Yeah, I mean the 856. I mean that's a good watch. I feel like it's a little bit then too similar to a Damasco that I once owned, a DC or D830 or something like that. I think I'm really happy with where I am with the Zin watches that I have. I mean, I would love to have a U50 one of these days, but I mean, I think I'm good with Zen. I think I'm good
Mhm,
with. I have,
mhm.
I have three Zen right now. I think I'm good. It's time to pick up some different German watches. Um, James is saying I wore my gold BC dress watch for 3 months, but I would switch it out with something else for a few hours occasionally. Sure. Hey, Watchdog podcast, Clayton from the Watchdog podcast, 8 weeks in a row with that Tudor FXD,
Wow.
the new one, that new release, the black dial. That yeah. So that's 2 months, right? So we'll see how he goes for the next 4 months. But I think he's found his he could fit in right well with this exercise. Um, should we go back to popular demand? What's on our eBay watch list?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I don't have much changes. Do you have new stuff?
I've a couple a couple things.
Yeah,
Um,
I have 1 or 2.
let's see here. I will say that so most of it hasn't changed. I've added a couple of things lately. So far, you've seen a lot of nomoses and whatnot. Man, I man, this is such a nice looking watch. I would never come close to entertaining paying this amount, even though I think it retailed around this price point. But
Mm.
this to me is so beautiful. This watch,
Wow, it's good looking.
it, it's limited. It's just Nomon used to have a couple of these, but it's all sold out, and so I'm watching it. I'm watching it. There's no
What's that what's that
offer.
dial treatment? I mean, it looks I know it's the paper, but why does it look so, you know,
I
um,
don't know. I don't know if they
so
have that
different?
here.
Yeah.
Um,
Looks great.
yeah, yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, I it's no longer on Nomon Watch's website. and and they the only reason why I say that because they do a really good job explaining things.
Mm.
It's probably just cut and paste from wherever website the Citizen website is, but I'm not 100% sure what the treatment in is. I just like the way it looks,
Yeah.
this is not real gold either. I
Yeah.
think it's just gold tones,
Yeah, it looks
if
amazing.
anything. Um, but big fan of that. Also, have to have the chicken in there. And did I throw anything else in here? I have the glaçou. I don't know if I talked about this last time. Not a huge
Mm.
fan of the white down version, but I just have it here just in case. I tell you what, what was on and was on my list was the Hanhart 417 with the
Mm.
white loom dial and the panda dial but the dial is loomed, and it was 42 millimeter, a little bit bigger. I prefer the 39, I think. It was on auction and it was sitting around 1260 bucks. I was watching it. I'm not really super out of all the hand hearts that I'm interested in. That's one of the least ones that I'm interested in because of the dial. I'm not really a big fan of white loom dial. I like white dials, not white loom dials. Anyway, um, so the auction came in past, and I guess nobody had that didn't hit a reserve, but the guy did a flash auction, which is like I think an option on eBay for an hour. And man, it was still at like that 1200 price, and I think somebody walked away getting that watch around the mid 1200s. That watch retails close to 2700 bucks, and the watch was 2 months old.
Wow.
So there was a part of me thinking like maybe I should just buy the watch and try to sell it. But I don't. I think it's really hard to sell watches
Yeah.
days.
I think
Um,
anything that looks like a great deal that you could buy and sell right now is
yeah,
just
yeah.
tricky.
I don't know if I had this on last week, um, so I apologize, but I mean, I really
Oh,
like
that's
this
awesome.
Crazy Hours,
Yep.
by
I've seen
Frank
a lot
Lloyd.
of crazy hours. I don't remember seeing one like that. It's got, like, the
The
do
case
they
shape,
all
the
do
Long
that?
Island.
No, like,
Mm.
don't they
Oh,
usually
oh,
just have
oh.
each number on once?
So you're talking about the ones that are here in the background.
Yeah, what's going on there?
No, that's just part of the dial. I mean, that's just a nothing. It's not functional.
Oh,
You
okay.
just Yeah, it's just like the ones that are matter here really are the
The
8, the 1, the 6,
bold
like this little
ones.
8 and 3. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's just part of like there.
Oh, okay.
Um, but
It's extra crazy hours.
yeah, 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 it's actually great. I just love
Yeah.
it's just a jump out complication, right? It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
but it's
It's
so
cool
cool.
watch. Very
I
cool.
mean, here you see it on the Tono Curvex case,
Yeah.
and I just love this rose gold look.
Do they all have those faint numbers?
Not all of them,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
all of them do.
Okay, 'cause
Um,
I don't remember those.
these two just happen to have.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
They look a
I
little bit like a like the Lumen Longa Lumen watches. They're like,
ye,
it's almost like
ye,
you're seeing through to
mm,
something
yes, yes,
functional.
yes, yes, yes. Sort of like that. Yes.
Yeah.
And this Tono. I mean, that's rose gold, and right now it's at 820. I mean,
Yeah, love those
so
watches.
I mean, these are five-figure watches easily,
Yep.
and now you're seeing them drop. Um, and then here's um, a hand heart here that I'm watching. 1900. I've seen him for less. I'm just watching it. You know,
Mm.
just watching this one. Let me catch up with the chat real quick, and then maybe we'll switch it over to you and see what you got
Sure.
going. Check out the new Gino diver. Then I've seen that diver. A good looking piece. Scott saying I feel like everyone should try owning a gold watch if they can. Gold just wears so nice. I agree, man. I I, I had a Breitling Navitimer last year that had a gold bezel, and that was nice. And I wish there was more gold. So I think one of these days I'm definitely going to get a gold piece because I just like the way they look, and I know you like the way that looks too. And I don't know if it's
Yeah.
a product of our getting older, right? Because I
Yeah.
used to never be into
Could
that.
be. Yep.
Um, Marcus is saying, speaking of Germans, go to Monochrome and check out the new Langenhain. Oh, I saw that one. Yeah, we'll check it out after we check out Amin's eBay collection. Let me remove mine. Um, is your choice for a 6 months watch the same as your favorite watch, or are these different? That's a good question, Steve. That's a good question. Um I think it can be, and I think probably for me, um, most times it will be. But I fall in and out of love of watches in my collection all the time. So one watch like that 356, that's like my favorite watch right now, I guess. But it may not be in a couple months. Um, Rob needs a chicken back. Okay. Uh, love those citizens. Keith says. Time Hill, Steve likes the crazy hours. Okay. Um, you ready, Amin? You want to pop yours up?
Sure, sure,
Uh,
sure. Um, is this showing? Okay.
yeah.
This is, I guess it's just recently viewed.
Oh,
Let,
yeah.
let, let, let me go to, okay. So this JLC Master Control
Mm-hmm.
Perpetual Ultra Thin, the latest generation. Um, this is a pretty good deal with papers and, excellent condition. This listing just has a better picture. I'll just show
Hmm.
this. So this is the watch I'm talking about.
Oh, wow.
Um, I've actually bought from these guys before, had a good experience, but yeah, this is the Doctor Strange watch, the
Yeah.
perpetual
Yeah.
calendar he wore,
Yeah.
and I I mean that ever since that movie, I guess I learned about it, but I think it's really good looking. It has the Kurt Klaus mechanism for advancing everything all at once,
Yep.
and so that's cool. I like this Polaris perpetual calendar. It's more sporty. I'm not some of these things I'm viewing, I'm not like watching out of
Hmm.
realistically considering
Hmm.
them, but
Yeah.
just keeping an eye on things. Um, let's see here. This is a crazy Arnold and Son tourbillon that Tim Masso recently did a video on that I didn't even know about. It's pretty amazing watch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not again
Yeah.
not considering it, but I guess sometimes I just click. I'm just click watch to just out of interest. Maybe if they're going to throw me an offer like
Hmm.
of what it would be, even though I wouldn't get it. Lately, I've been looking at and watching some pocket watch stuff,
Oh.
especially ones where I think there could be an interesting complication,
Hmm.
like a tourbillon or fuse and chain or something like at a price that is, really attractive. But I,
So I take it the
yeah,
the Paco Watch tourbillons are probably far less cost than the.
I don't know. I'm
Okay.
just poking around. I haven't
Yeah.
found much. Like this one, for example, I would never buy this, but it's a quarter repeater by a British watchmaker who had a good reputation, and the amount of handwork on this
Mm.
watch is
Oh, wow.
insane. Like
That's beautiful.
all this kind of again, I'm not going to buy this, right? But
Yeah.
and there's a fuse and chain mechanism that works, right? And you just think how much time this guy must have spent making this watch. Let's see when this was made. See description.
There you go.
Mid 18th century. Like that's bananas, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so all made by hand. Just um pretty remarkable. I mean, for the amount of work and time and materials, the price is ridiculously low. But again,
Yeah.
I'm not buying this watch. And let's see here. Looking at some old Vacherons and Patek pocket watches, even without complications, just just they're beautiful and really well kept sometimes.
Chaz
I
wants to know if it hacks.
it probably does not hack. This seemed like a good deal on a watch I like a lot. This,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
from Bardeen's, it's naked. That's
Mhm.
probably why the price is a little bit lower, but yellow gold, 1st gen, Lunga 1 moon phase.
That's a
Um,
beautiful watch. I love
yeah.
I mean, I like the, yeah, I mean, that's I don't need the moon phase on these,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's a beautiful watch, man. That is
yeah.
really, and that seems to be
I
like a great price even
I don't
at,
think I need the moon phase either. I'm not even sure I prefer the moon phase even at even money. I
mhm.
like the simplicity of the first one.
Yes. Yeah.
So, even for the same money, I'd probably go for the first one, but this seemed like a good deal.
Mm.
That's all I got this week. I mean, let me see actually. Watch list. Always watching this.
Yeah.
LM1.
Yeah.
These Pour Le Marit. This watch is incredible. Again, price is way out of my league,
Mhm.
but um, always looking at perpetual UNs. Um, this is a pretty good deal on a beautiful watch. Galley Micro Rotor, Laurent
Mhm.
Ferrier. I like these colors too. And
Yeah. Amazing.
yeah, I mean, look at that.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I don't have the money, but fun to watch. Oh, and then did I show this one last time? Yeah, this is the other one. This 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 seems like a really great price for a Mega Cool.
Absolutely.
I think I showed that.
Yeah, no, you did, but I mean, I love those Mosers.
Yep.
Um, hey, let's take a look at that Langenhain that was mentioned
Yeah.
earlier. Because that's a beautiful watch. Um, let's pull it up here. And man, I mean, like, I, I mean, this is I don't know, man. This is like right up. I mean, it's so simple and nothing
Mhm.
extraordinary other than it has a tourbillon on it. It's like, I mean, but it's just so. This is kind of like something that I like. If I had all the money in the world, this would be like one of the first watches that I get. You know what I mean? Something
I
like,
mean, I would a Lang& and Hein of some sort would be at the top of for me too.
right. I mean, look at this case back. I mean, like,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
just 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 knock out beautiful, beautiful piece,
Incredible.
right? Um,
Yeah.
of course, I'm
Absolutely
sure it's
insane.
it's super expensive.
Oh, yeah.
160. Well,
160,000
I
euros.
mean, uh, uh, yeah, 160,000. Okay, I mean, like limited edition to five. I mean, like not terrible. I mean, like not terrible. You know,
I would
um,
yeah. I mean, the regular George or Jorg or whatever it is, the kinda similar model without the tourbillon
yeah.
is plenty for me.
This horology by the sea always has some really super interesting pieces
Yes.
for sale.
Yep.
Um, Carrie's Hobbering.
Yep.
You'll see Sarpanevas, um, Paul Gerber's, more Harborings. Throw in a little Octaloon in there. Um, Romain Gaultier, Arnold's son. He once in a while will carry a Langenhain. This is a super interesting watch, right? I mean, like, I think it's a little bit gimmicky
Yep.
with
Yep.
the day
Yep.
here,
Yep.
but other than that, I mean, like,
I think it's I don't know
I
if
think it's
it's
gorgeous.
gimmicky. I think it's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it.
Um, and a couple Kadokis.
The Kadoki is very, very,
I mean, look at it, 8,300 for a Kadoki too.
yep, and he
Um,
had that Lang& and Hein for Friedrich III in steel at a really good price.
did I pass that, or is it coming up?
Yeah, it's before the I think it's before the Kadokis. Yeah, it's before the Kadokis. It's at the
So
top.
that last page.
It's at the top of that page.
Oh, okay. It
Oh,
must be.
no, mine's different. Yep. Should be the page before that.
Uh,
Maybe I'm in a different order.
could be. I'm
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
at the. Yeah, we'll find it. We'll find it.
yeah. Oh, he's had a couple of them. Yeah.
Uh,
I think the page I'm on includes the sold ones.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Somehow it's different.
Here we go. Here's a Glangenheim. A couple of them, Frederick. I like these Fredericks. I love these Fredericks.
You know what bugs me, I mentioned this before, is there's two of the Friedrich the Thirds on that page, and one has noticeably better finishing than the other one on the back.
hmm hmm So this is the one I'm guessing that you're not too crazy about the finishing in the back.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm talking about he's got two of the same model.
Oh,
Um,
my fault.
and and if you just look at the pictures, one of them is better than the other one, I think. But you have to zoom really far in. But anyway, the he's got a lot of cool stuff, and that white dial Kadoki for 8,300. I
That's
mean,
it.
that's probably my favorite color for that watch.
Mine too. Mine too.
Yeah,
Although the black owl is a close second.
yeah.
Um, that
I love the white dial, and then just the regular one, without doing the whole movement engraving. I mean, just the way it's frosted and engraved on the movement side, and really works for me.
yeah.
That watch really works for me.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah. 8,300. I mean, with the way
That's a good
prices
price.
have gone up on everything, McDonald's is like 22 bucks, like, this seems like a great, great deal.
Yeah, I agree. So look at that movement. Probably the Langenheim I think he's talking about here. The Hobron chronograph you can order from him. The new Salmon Dow Super Baller. Great looking watch, Scott. I am too basic bitch for these watches. James, that's not true. That's not true. You got some good taste. You can come to this side of the table, you know, and enjoy some great pieces over here.
I
Um,
like the hammered dial Speak Marin he has on there too.
is this one here or no?
Yeah, is that the one? Yep,
The Piccalilli?
I think so. Um,
Yeah,
oh, no, that's not the one,
that's
but
not the one.
that's cool too. I like that one too.
Uh,
I'm
Different
viewing you
order.
on a tiny screen right now, so
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Fair
can't
enough.
tell what you're pointing at, but
Yeah. Let me see if I can find another Speak Marin here. I think this is the salmon dial that Scott was talking about.
mm,
Uh, Doppel.
yeah.
Um, great looking watch.
Yeah,
Um,
I like this site,
yeah, I love this watch. Our
and
friend Joe has this watch, right?
yep,
This
yep.
is such a beautiful, beautiful hovering. Like if I was going to go hovering, this would be it. This would be it.
Oh, I'm looking at sold stuff. I gotta get out of this page.
Yeah, man.
I'm on the wrong page.
You're living in the
I'm
past.
living in the past. I saw let me see. I saw a great deal on a dorm booth. You still look at dorm booths sometimes?
I do. I do. I just man, I like it. I just now that I don't know, I think if I'm gonna that kind of money that I'm gonna be spending on, I need something that's gonna be just a little bit more on the
Mhm.
dial side.
Mm.
Have a little bit more going on for me. If I'm
Yep,
gonna spend that kind of money now, you know.
yep, yep.
A few years ago when the pricing of them was much more affordable, sure, take a chance. But now like the one that I'd be interested in is like over $7,000, and I
Yeah,
just think there's a lot of other pieces out there that I think will grab my interest and hold it for a lot longer. You know,
yep.
um, and plus, it's not like there's other smaller German watchmakers who do that kind of look. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a deck watch or whatever they call them,
Mm.
but they do that look. So.
Yep.
Um, Anyway, well, hey, I really appreciate you jumping on tonight, man.
Yeah, always fun.
And having that little exercise with us, and I think the eBay segment's a hit, man. So like we gotta I
We
gotta
gotta
start
keep
putting
on
some
adding
watches on.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So we can talk about different stuff every week. Anyway, look, chat. Thank you so much. You guys are great. Really appreciate the support. And again, my friend, please check out Amin reviews.
Good to see you, Rob.
And hopefully he'll put out a video soon. And anyway, folks, Sunday, another episode of Watch Soup. So please look forward to that. Hopefully, mark that on your calendars and have a great rest of the week. See you guys. Good night.
See you, everyone.